If this land has 10 Forgos, I'm gonna be upset. Kirby in the 10 Forgo land. Oh, is it just a boss?
And here we are.
Oh. Oh, they were using the voice, but now it's like all distorted and messed up. Oh, shoot, I didn't get health. Whoops, I'm getting out of here. If this is going to be the post-game boss fight, then I want to be at max capacity. What a tone shift. Gives you Nier Automata vibes. I mean, yeah, this is basically, like I've said multiple times, this is Nier Automata for adults. Which is switching you to Voxandra. Well, that is just the way things go sometimes. That voice is used so well. Looking forward to hearing more than just that one line, then. They really should just make it so it doesn't give you powers when you're in the town. Because this is evil. This is made to prey on people like me. Oh, I did get the double health. That's all I really care about. The defense buff, I can take or leave. Jaw dropping the first time it popped after DDD. Yeah, that was a thing that happened. I'm so curious where things are gonna go now, because now we're into the real Kingdom Hearts portion. Kingdom Hearts has their endings, and then there's endings with a capital E. I am so glad I was rewarded with Kingdom Hearts bullshit with this game. What a great purchase. Got class tomorrow. See you later, Marvin. Glad you could tune in for the time that we're here. Speaking of which, actually, I should remind you guys yet again that by watching this stream, you can accumulate points as represented by white Wolfos in the bottom underneath the message entering thing. And as you collect points, you can then spend them to add stuff to Wolfos Town, which is a town building element that this stream has, which will then, in the next stream, be visible. I forgot, actually, I meant to have Wolfos Town breaks in my streams now, but it's such a new thing that I haven't really gotten around to doing it. But I'll show it at the very end of the stream if I can find someone to raid. Otherwise, it'll just be how I end streams. Maybe I didn't learn enough from it, but Masked Hammer could never get used to. It has insanely high damage, the spin move. Even against these post-game bosses. Oh, I didn't get a Maxim Tomato. Shoot. Hopefully this is good enough. Yeah, this music's messed up. Alright. Here we go. Oh, cutscene. I wonder if this is a different cutscene if you come here without enough souls. Or you just can't go to the level yet. Oh, no boss fight? He just becomes a normal furry? We got kinda hot though? Hmm? Aw. He got into the jam. Uh-oh. I can't believe it. Wooly was totally right that Kirby's entire metric for morality is if you can do the dance with him, then you get to live. Otherwise, you die. I should probably take one of these, I'm guessing, but sword just, you can't go wrong with it, except for all the times when you can. But look at the damage, it's so real. And all I have to do is play the game properly, which sometimes I'm capable of doing. Okay, this can't be the only phase. This is too easy. Uh-oh. Oh, this is just the regular, the Kirby standard final boss Doom laser. Alright, is this phase 1 of 2 or phase 1 of 3 or 4 or 5? Oh no, it's becoming even more purple than before. The color of evil. Oh, facing totally the wrong way there. Oh, that's way faster now. Oh, and it makes rocks fall too? Jeez. Oh, it really knocks you far away. Alright, I am totally buffed up. No wonder I'm doing so much damage. The Meta Knight combo is so satisfying. Oh, jeez. This is a really cool fight. It's not as cool as the DDD one or the Meta Knight one, but it's still nice. Okay, is this the real end? How far along Dancing Mad do I have to go? Soul Forgo. Oh, there's the butterfly. I don't actually get the significance of this. I know it happens in Star Allies, but I don't know what that means. There he is, the boy. Fluttering Dream Eater. Literally a Dream Eater, okay. Morpho Knight, huh? Oh, that's Meta Knight's move. So yeah, I need to know on the spectrum of Kingdom Hearts final bosses what I'm looking at here. Like, how doomed am I? Also, what a banger design. Morpho Knight is so cool. Oh, it just has the Forgo head now. As like it just absorbed it, I guess. Oh, you got your own blade beams. I got it. Okay, I can't dodge into that. It just gets you. Okay, this blade beam is helping me at least. It's not going to last much longer at this rate. Oh, he's got a remix of the Forgotten Land theme. Okay, halfway there. Okay, dual swords, huh? Okay, you're just that cool. I wonder if the counter blade beam does good damage. I can't actually tell. Oh, okay, they combine. I thought I had it solved, but no. And there go my power-ups. Oh, okay. Whoa! Uh-oh. Okay, I thought my controls were reversed, but no, it's just the camera. I can deal with that. Huh. Wait, where are you going with that? Okay, this is more disorienting than I thought. I'm tilting my head to try and make it work, and it's not working. What an absurdly cool boss, though. Just real talk. Did I clash my sword with him? That's cool. Oh, look at all those stars I could be using. Ah. Also, seriously, do they expect me to do this with bombs? Not like a cool sword fight? Come on. There's clearly a correct way to do this. Hey, what are you up to? Oh, my health is so low. If I only had that Maxim Tomato, this would have gone so much more smoothly. Oh, what's this? Okay. It's just this again. The free dodge thing. The thing can farm indefinitely for free dodges. Oh, you almost got me. These are like taboo off waves, basically. Doesn't have that much in the way of openings anymore. Oh, okay. Yes, yes, come on, like when I'm putting... Come on, don't have another phase after this, please. Yes! Oh, that was close. Oh. Did you know that some of Morpho Knight's attacks are named after Sukhavati, an afterlife in Buddhist theology? That doesn't surprise me at all, honestly. That's very Kirby core. Ooh, right, yeah. I did see this spoiled too. Morpho Knight Sword Blueprint. That's exciting. I hope it's got a real-ass moveset. And here's the most OP ability by far. Sounds good to me. Oh no, is he dead? Oh, jeez. Oh, okay. That's it, they just got all the soul pits I was missing. I missed a bunch, apparently. Man, when they shattered his soul, they didn't... they took it seriously. They broke it into, like, what, 500 pieces? His friends are his power? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there's some lore in like one of the trophies you can get that says like that's all like parts of their soul or something going into him. Aw, what a sweetie. See, but yeah, Leon's design is so much better than the other cat girl. So their hearts are literally connected now. It makes sense. True, it does. All right, thanks everyone for tuning in for me to watch me beat Kirby in the Forgotten Land 2. I'm glad I could beat this game. It's a very nice sequel. A very interesting asset reuse. It really helps tie the plot of Kirby and the Forgotten Land 1 together. one of the trophies basically states that Leon and Clarlin are a couple. Yeah, that's stated in the default text. Like, the story says that. These photos that Kirby got for his video frame, not quite as whimsical as the last ones. It's lots of boss fights in purple. Not so many woofies cuddling with him or anything like that. Not done yet? Are you telling me there's a Kirby in the Forgotten Land 3 in this game? How did he take these photos? Who took them? Kirby did. I am so glad I managed to beat Morpho Knight without having a Maxim Tomato. True Arena is canon in this game. I don't know what that means, but I have time left to stream it, so I guess I can give it a look. And obviously I gotta try out the Morpho Knight power. God, look at that design. There's so much going on for literally a sphere. It is a shame. Like, it wouldn't have meant that much to me if I had discovered it blind, but it is a shame how terrible the spoiler etiquette for Kirby is. But I didn't see any of the ending stuff, but I saw Morpho Knight. I saw you get Morpho Knight's sword. Everything was just right up front. No attempts to hide it whatsoever, because it's a Kirby game, I guess. The rawest looking ball ever. True. Saw Leon Gar all over Twitter. I only saw one image. I'm kind of surprised there's more out there somewhere, I guess. Alright, true ending achieved, I guess, but now for the truest ending, we're gonna beat the true arena, and it turns out that Kirby wakes up in Shibuya. Not drawn, but like screenshots. Yeah, I guess thirst is one way to bypass spoiler barriers. Alright, I can't wait to add Kirby in the Forgotten Land 2 to my media list on Twitter. Time for Kirby in the Forgotten Land Final Mix? I mean, they already recolored the enemies. How much more Final Mix can you go? Ready for the ultimate test of skill? You can now enter the Ultimate Cup Z. Huh. Not True Arena. So I assume that I have to do Morpho Knight and all that in this arena, as like a gauntlet. Well, I'll give it a go. I am so curious about this, honestly. I hope this sword lets me mulch Morpho Knight. That's the level of power I expect from this. Man, you'd need so many rare stones to power up all the rest of the abilities, and I kind of want to do it. True Arena and all but name. I mean, this sounds like the name goes beyond what the thing was before, the original True Arena, because those weren't canon, I guess. Does it really change anything if they were? This evolution just opened a new treasure road in Redgar Forbidden Lands. Alright, I guess I can do that too. Wait a second, Kirby. Have you finally evolved all your copy abilities? That's amazing! To think a humble engineer like me would got to build every single one of them. I'm honored. In red? I want you to have this special figure. Consider it a cute collectible token of my appreciation. Isn't there one more? I swear there was one more 4th tier power-up. But maybe not. Weapons Shop Waddle Dee. This energetic craftsman opened his own weapons shop in town. He can power up your copy abilities. All he needs is a blueprint, his trusty hammer, and a little elbow grease. Do Waddle Dees have elbows? This is like that video from Kirby Right Back at Ya, or Kirby of the Stars, I think it's called in Japan, where it shows how Waddle Dees eat and they just absorb the food into their face. He keeps making the headgear for each evolved ability bigger than the one before. That's how you know they're more powerful. That's true. Hold dodge and attack. Keep in mind this ability has a couple moves if you hold guard on ground and in air and press attack. Cool. Okay, we got the... I'm glad it's not the like giant heavy sword from this thing. I'm glad I got my fast midnight slashes. Got this. Oh, okay, don't have the midnight rapid slash though. Oh, okay, I do have a big slam. As well as... Oh, okay, new moveset. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, now it's gone. Neat. That's cool. Oh, okay. Interesting. Wow. This is a full-on, like, real moveset. Like, everything else has been pared down in this game, but this gets everything. Okay, so the spin attack lasts longer, too. So you get a lot. This has more moves than anything else in the entire game. This ability, more than any of them, could have used a pause moveset list. Yeah, I can see it. It really does seem like it needs that, because I bet there's stuff I don't know about, because I found new stuff after experimenting every time with other abilities. You also get a unique dodge. Oh yeah, I can't even test the counter here. I'm so glad we're all able to see Elflin again. He really had us worried for a minute. Yeah, a lot of people come back from the dead in this game. Elflin's powers seem to have opened a stable connection between this world and Planet Popstar. This just became our home away from home. Now we can keep adventuring here without any worries. Nice. I don't remember if there's do you have to pay to enter tournaments? I'm not sure if there's any punishment for failing the true arena. Because I don't want to blow through all my money. That would suck. The teleport dodge, nice. That's cool. So I'm going to assume that this is just going to be a intense combat arena. Slash, Morpho Sword Trial. I feel like when you expend all your power, that means you die. Otherwise, you didn't really use all your power. That's kind of cheating. A 6-minute trial, huh? Is it a boss rush? It's kind of unwieldy, but I do appreciate it having blade beams. Okay, the big sword doesn't last if you get hit. Interesting. Okay, I don't think that's going to be any good unless it's a boss fight. It even can stagger those big enemies. The power time for this, I imagine, is insane. You probably have to be so good with this ability. Okay, you can still get hit during your teleport dodge. Oh, those actually home. Nice. Okay, I can't actually... Okay, let's see what my counter's like. I couldn't really see it, but it did a lot of damage. Some moves from Morpho heal Kirby. Jeez! That's insane. What a great post-game ability. Like, this is like exactly what I would want out of this. Like, I hope they patch in more abilities, honestly, because the ones they have are so much fun. Even if they just patch in some more upgrades, that would be cool. Like, have a fourth tier for everything instead of just some stuff. Yeah, I hope Wooly gets to see this, because he was really disappointed about the lack of moveset stuff, but this is a hell of a moveset. And he clearly wanted it out of the sword most of all. There's unfortunately no Fighter Kirby. If they patch in one ability, I want Fighter. Okay, that's a good counter. It's so wide. That's insane. Oh, uh-oh. Okay, I just had an idea for what might be another Morpho Knight ability. Just have to find the right time to test it. Okay, no, when you charge, I say maybe when you charge the big sword, you get a special move for the small sword, but no. You go back to the small sword when you charge, I think. No, you don't. Hold on. Okay, there's no third charge. So this might be the entire moveset. Such as it is, it's quite the moveset. How would you implement more abilities, adding more enemies? Yeah, just add... You can just throw them in. The enemy design in Kirby doesn't matter that much, honestly. Fighter being upgraded to Smash would be sick. Yes, exactly. You're so smart. Oh, this is gonna make True Arena so fun. If I don't beat it on the stream, unfortunately, I don't think I can justify it being a whole other stream. But this is definitely an enjoyable moveset at the very least. Yeah, like, I don't think it could be a full 3-hour stream, True Arena, unless it's really hard, but I can't see it being 3 hours hard. That would be kind of insane. Oh, nice, money. Now, does True Arena give you like 10 rare stones is the real question, because that would really be, that would be helpful. So I could just upgrade my other abilities. Actually, I wonder, can you even upgrade? Oh, nice! Power time was ooh, literally milliseconds away. Wow! Does anybody know if you get a notification for when you clear all of those, these little trial dimension things? Because I feel like I might have missed one that's like hidden on the map somewhere or something, but I don't know if they actually tell you if you do them all. Yes, they do? Okay, thank goodness. So I just need to find the one that I'm missing. That's good. The pause menu marks... Wait, it does? Where does it hide that information? I never saw it. I know it marks all your levels, but I didn't see the trial dimensions. Hit Y on the world map and X and it shows you how many per world. Oh, okay. That's nice. I'm glad. Wait, the pause menu does what? See, we're learning so much together on this stream. Unfortunately, I'm not sure how many of these power-ups are going to last all the way to the end of the True Arena. Yeah, I guess if there is one more secret power-up you can still get that I just don't know about, then one thing in this game has somehow not been spoiled to me, because I could have sworn that there was another post-game power-up. But they're saying I got everything, so who knows? The catch with deep sleep is the buffs don't stack? Do you mean like you can't get 5 times the strength and 5 times the defense? Because the actual defense and strength and double health do stack, as you can see right now. But I mean, yeah, I think you can use a bunch of these, right? And get a much bigger stat going. I guess I could set this to the easier mode and just mulch my way through it. We'll get 3 rare stones. That's not bad. As long as it doesn't take too long. You can only get 200 seconds. Oh, so if I... Oh, so the stack isn't an extra damage multiplier. It's a duration multiplier. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I never even bothered with those items, so I didn't know that. So I guess it would make sense to stock up on those, but whatever. Okay, I'm just gonna step out for 1 second so I can be fully... I don't get any interruptions while I'm doing this important post-game content, so I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I gotta get in the habit of sending you guys to Wolfos Town whenever I leave, where you have something to appreciate in my absence. Kirby, I should warn you that the Ultimate Cup Z... The Ultimate Cup Z takes place in some other realm where you'll face intense battles with scary foes. I can't follow you into the arena, and worse than that, I can't commentate over your battles. But I know you'll survive. No, I know you'll win. After all, you just saved the entire world. Okay. Lazy commentator, true. Oh, I don't get tomatoes. Ooh, okay, that's brutal. I guess I want to try and use one of those per 2 fights. Oof. Oh no! Lost it right away. Okay, it does some real damage though. Oh! Huh, wait, I had like a dodge counter move there. Huh. I could have taken the hammer, but whatever, I got Morpho Sword. Huh, wait, no counter? Hold on. Oh. This dodge is actually throwing me off. Luckily my damage is absurd. Like, unreal. He never commentated much to begin with. Yeah, it was kind of disappointing, honestly. Like, there's no voice acting, so I never would have been able to see it anyways, but he doesn't say anything very specific, which is a shame. Oh, where am I? What's going on? Ugh. That dodge is really throwing me off, actually, because I can't see myself. Okay, this is pretty safe. Oh, it makes my blade beam just vanish. Nope, nope, wrong way. Man, that's kind of unreal how much damage the Morpho Sword does. Like, I get it, it's post-game, it's your reward, but wow! And that is just a hammer attack, basically, if you can get it off. Plus you get the big sword after. It's unreal. Okay, Blade Beam should help here. Whoa! That's so much damage! Right, and I can heal myself. Because this game's insane. Like, this is kind of a cakewalk. It's a shame I can't do anything about these perfect counters. It don't even get the thing to disappear early or something to show that I did something. Wait, does every attack, just basic attack, heal a bit? I love that Keyblade attack. Just join now with your better half. I barely took any hits. I'm curious now how much you can thrash those previous tournaments. Even with the defense bonus, they still can't they can't do anything. This is insane. There's that Morpho Sword just for free like that. Die, furry bait. Is it really bait at that point? I feel like it's not. Hey, it's commentating. The world decommentated. Big Wayne X, it's busted but fun. True, exactly. That's a very good way to look at it. That's the best philosophy. Oh, just barely didn't make it. Although when I have the big sword, I can do it faster. So like, you can just do that. Oh, I missed. Shoot. These gigantic blade beams are so good too. Ah, keep missing. God, that counter's so busted. Oh, I wonder if I could charge up the big thing. Destroy the competition as a treat. Hello, Onyx. How's it going? There's the Morpho Sword. I guess I'll use one of these heals. I've already taken out almost half the competition. Nah, I'll wait. Just to be sure. Good way of farming rare gems. First arena and real arena. Yeah, it seems like that's the way to go. Oh, shoot. They didn't really do much damage, at least. Shoot! Good, that still did a lot of damage, even though I'm basically whiffed. Oh, uh-oh. They give me so many chances to counter, so I really should make more grateful use of it. Ah. This pattern really isn't that tough. I shouldn't be taking so many easy hits like this. Ah, just barely missed. Still got good damage in, though, because this is insane. Draw it together, how's it going? Are you feeling the Maldo's power? This is just the power of a butterfly, just a normal butterfly. I feel like this poor armadillo, they don't know what's about to hit them. Like, this guy does not deal well with projectiles, but has ways to deal with other projectiles that aren't blade beams the size of the continent. Oh, oh, couldn't dodge. Man, it really can't trigger those dodges on this attack. Oh, that was a lot of damage. Jeez. Okay, that's what I get for insulting Silly Dillo, apparently. Should I heal? I feel like I got one more in me, but if I lose my health, that's rough. You gonna attack? And there's that sandstorm. I got these gargantuan blade beams. See, as soon as this happens, it's just over. Side questions, games ain't worth it. Oh, I strongly disagree. I am hooked on the character connection grid thing in Xenoblade 1. I love that so much. Hate Silly Dillo for all the perfect runs he ruined. Well, you could always try dodging. By the way, if you don't get out of the cage Silly Dillo puts you in, he'll smash you in the cage and Oho Ko you. Yeah, I did experience that one time. I can't remember if it was on stream or not. Making quest isn't good. Timed quest isn't good. Well, that's just because it's story stuff. You have to you have to have it timed because story things happen. And like it would be weird if that didn't. Oh, wait, is this a Meta Knight revamp? Is this Phantom? Wow, he looks so cool. He just has purple highlights, but it's so cool. Does he have Morpho moves? Phantom Meta Knight. So they even revert. Oh, this fight's gonna be rad. Or over in seconds. You know, one of the two. Poor Meta Knight. He may have beaten Galacta Knight, but Morpho Knight, maybe not. The sword clash in this is probably really cool too, but I don't know if I'm gonna get it to trigger. Yeah, I really want to see that sword clash happen. You know why they do it? By grinding the story to a halt when they give you 30 plus new quests. Yeah, I mean, you really don't have to do every quest in Xenoblade. It's not necessary. One move with Morpho Sword I'm not using, not sure what to say. Is it one of these? Because I know about these, I just don't know the right time to really use them because they're charge moves. I can try to use them. I'm worried I'm gonna just eat hits doing that. Oh, I dodged out of the charge. Weird. Well, that's good. Now, countering DDD is kind of tough because of the lava. Oh, where am I? I really keep losing track of myself because of that dodge. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Yeah, I do appreciate in Xenoblade Definitive Edition at least, they did make it so that you can have a mode where your EXP gets tallied, and then you don't get super busted over leveled, which is nice. Because, yeah, Xenoblade on the Wii has a very big problem of if you do the side content, you are going to shred every enemy. And it's a big problem with how the gap. If you do side content, then you'll thrash everything. If you don't do side content, you will struggle. Capital S struggle. Where am I? I think that worked, kinda. Ugh, God. Uh-oh, okay, gotta heal this time. Can't lose that second health bar. God, that big sword can really wreck shit. Kinda wish the Zodiac Age Final Fantasy 12 had that feature. Yeah. 12 is very, very similar to Xenoblade 2. Like the Wii version aesthetically looks very similar. The Switch version looks very different. Yeah, no, I get it, Onyx. I suffer from those exact brainworms. I just embrace them because I love connecting that character grid. It's so satisfying. They're both very British. It's true. God, that dodge is really cool. Like, as much as it's throwing me off, it's cool. Ah, whoop. Ah, just off of the timing. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm being a bit too risky on this fight, especially because of the second phase. And I don't have my healing now, so I might lose that health bar, and that would be rough. Doing really well so far. I mean, I do have an insanely busted power that lets me shred these bosses into nothing. If need be, I will stack those buffs if I have to, if I die at the very end. Oof. Ah. Okay, that's some real damage. Really hard to keep track of this stuff, but I can do it. I believe in me. Wait, do I have to do the Forgo thing as well here? Do I have to do 3 phases? I hope not, because that would suck. Oh, I'm gonna lose these blade beams too if I run out of health. That's gonna suck. Oh, the brain's doing something. Is that new? Huh. Just gotta do a bunch of damage to heal. True. That's the secret. Wait, 2 more? What's after Morpho Knight? I'm worried. This worries me. Missed Forgo's screen nuke. Good? Man, I really cannot auto target at all with the blade beams. It's a shame. Ah, those tornadoes, I keep forgetting I can't dodge them. Oh, this, shoot. This might ruin it. Okay, you get 2 swords. How do I get 2 swords? That's what I really want. Kirby's not even cool enough for 2 swords, apparently. Oh, shoot. Ah. Okay. Thought it was gonna be worse than it was. Wasn't the end of the world there. Oh, wow. How did I dodge that? I don't know. Shoot. Okay, there we go. Wow, Morpho Knight. Weak to Morpho Knight, it turns out. Don't be worried, be Kirby. So what's next? Is that what's next? Whatever just came out there? Oh no, it's just the final boss again. Okay, but like a new version. Okay. I have no idea how bad this can be. New super final boss. Even gets a cutscene. And that Sonic Heroes Mystic Mansion background. Oh, that's a really cool reveal. Species born of chaos! I knew it! I knew you would kill chaos in this game. Chaos Elphalus! Never say that my predictions are ever wrong at any point in human history. I am always right. Ah. Okay, I gotta find a time to get that big sword out. Oh, that's really fast. Ah, oh no, where's my power? Okay, if I lose the Morpho Sword, it's like all over basically. Okay, also does this have more than one phase? I didn't even think about that. Ugh. Oh, no, these are fast. Okay, it does have some very big tells, so that's good. I love these Final Fantasy attacks it has. It's so cool. Okay, that was fast. I'm glad it's doing no damage. These moves are legitimately like maybe too much for Stranger of Paradise. I'm not sure if Jack could handle this. Oh, it's not doing much damage either. Oops, nope, didn't want to jump there, whoops. God, Kirby bosses are so cool. That was pointless. It was just there for flavor, but it was rad. Oh. Okay, I gotta make the most of these blade beams before they're gone forever. Uh-oh. Don't like where this is going. Okay, that's not the end of the world. It's gonna keep going, I bet. Yep. And be dangerous. Make danger floors. But how long could it really last? Minutes? Hours? Quite a long time. Ugh. Oh, that's fast. I'm glad it gives you the slowdown. That's handy. God, this is so sick. Kirby is the best franchise. Now what's happening? What's this Night to Dream's final boss? Oh, I see that wind-up. Oh. That looks devastating. That's so slow, I bet it does like 5 billion damage. Right. I know what this is. Okay, yeah. I remember this. Those taboo off waves. You can't fool me. Thank goodness for Morpho Knight. I cannot imagine doing this with a sane power. Oh no. Oh no, what's this? You're so unhinged. This has some like Data Kingdom Hearts vibes to it with how it's taking all their powers and going super unhinged with it. Okay, oh jeez, now what's happening? Oh, am I gonna get a cool, like, final reaction command, true final mouthful mode ability? I hope so. I hope it's not hard, though. I want a victory lap by the time this is over. I still got the blade beams. Still got the blade beams. Yeah. Okay. Now what? What are you gonna do? Wait, what is that? Hold on. Okay, this really is canon. There's something in there. Oh, okay. Oh. Now what? True final boss? The truest final boss? Oh, it turned to blood. That's a Kirby staple. Oh. Oh. Am I supposed to be doing this? What's happening? There's voices in the background. I can't hear what they're saying. This is gonna end very badly very quickly. This is well beyond what we were dealing with seconds ago. This isn't so bad. This is like barely even... This isn't even like a Kirby enemy or any other kind of enemy. It's so abstract at this point. And I'm doing so little damage. This is so nerve-wracking. Maybe I do need another 3-hour stream to manage this. Oh, that's Cutter. It's using Kirby powers. Huh. Is it going to use full mode on me? Oh. Oh, geez. This is going all over the place now. It was but a sampler last time. Now it's going crazy. Yeah, wait, I don't think I'm beating this. Unless I can get some serious healing going. Oh. Orb. Oh! Nice! Do I get Morpho back, though? Okay. Okay. Should have bought one of those HP doubling items. I mean, I had a Maxim tomato. Oh, I guess, yeah, that's better than a Maxim tomato, isn't it? Oh, I have to do all this again? Okay, yeah, this isn't happening. This is too hard. Like, if it was just the orb again, I might be able to brute force it, but with one health bar, I can't see this happening. What an unhinged video game. Like, does Kirby unironically have the hardest boss fight of 2022 in an age when Elden Ring came out? Ah. Ugh. Well, where am I going? What the heck? Did they even use that ability last time? It hit me! Oh god, this is really not going well. Where's my... I think I lost... Okay, didn't lose Morpho. Ah! Like this is like hard enough, but not super overwhelmingly difficult. But that orb, like if I could just retry the orb, maybe I could figure it out. But I have to get through all of this just for another shot at that? That's insane. So I can do a second dodge before I materialize. That's actually pretty nice. You can like guide it a bit. Cool. Discovering tech in real time. I really wish one day it would just teleport right in front of me and I could use that big attack. They don't even give you a heal. That's so mean. It's such an insane jump from anything else so far. At least I can heal. If I can just get some lucky hits in, it won't be so bad. Oh, I can just block that. That's weird. That seems like a really devastating move, but it doesn't seem to actually be. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Nope, lost it. Doomed. Run over. Did it just heal itself? I really thought that was gonna be an off-wave situation where it just kills you, honestly. Yeah, there's this, I guess. Doesn't seem that devastating, honestly. Ah! That really doesn't do much damage. Well, that's just going in the background, huh? Oh, that was a bad idea. Oh, it really doesn't do much damage at all, actually. Huh. It looks so threatening, and it's so slow. It feels like it's there as a punishment, but no, I guess not. Like, if you're just really asleep at the wheel, and you take a hit, it does tons of damage, but no, it's really non-threatening. You know, actually, this reminds me a lot of Smash Bros. Sakurai has a ton of bosses like this where it's something really hard and then you get a shot at something that's obscenely hard. That's your reward. Ah! Well, there's that. Remember, combo finishes with Morpho heal you? Yeah, but not much. Cost 200 now to recover? Oh, I'm already well past what I was intending to stream. Wonder how good bombs are for this, actually. Oh yeah, Spider-Verse was delayed. That came out a bit ago. It's a life wave, not an off wave. True. I guess I could upgrade the power maybe, but I doubt it goes higher than this. It's not hard to rack up combos, honestly. It's just, it's a lot. There's a lot to this. Alright, I guess that's what a full hit does there. I wish the counter healed me. That would be nice. I would appreciate that. The double health bar would probably actually make this significantly more manageable because I get those blade beams in. Ah, wow, that was a really bad dodge. Stars do a lot of damage. I do have that theory that it's based on the power of the actual attack, and these are very powerful attacks, even if they don't do that much damage. Even this avatar thing is very taboo. I think Taboo even has a move actually that's like this, where it summons a giant version of himself. No, nope, nope, nope. Ah, I'm really bad at figuring out which one of these it is, and now it's gonna heal that much. That ruined a really good run, honestly. I wish that beam let me do something. It's kind of dull to dodge. Wow, 3 bad dodges in a row. Good. Awesome. Ah, perfect dodge that was bad. Mm. Alright, now what's the... Oh, okay, it's the same thing. Okay, so I can do a side dodge to make my way out of that one. That attack is really mysterious to me because it's so easy to dodge that I get hit by the attacks after because I'm expecting it to be so much worse than it is. It's really throwing me. Oops, that was a bad idea. Wait, I got hit? Oh, this is new. I'm playing Bomberman now, I guess. Oh, wait, that sucked me in? I don't think it did. What a devastatingly overwhelming boss. Like, again, I managed to beat it fine before, but there's still a whole other phase after. And that phase is insane. I'm determined to at least get to the second phase one more time before I end this stream. Man, I didn't see half these formations from last time. Every time I mess up those dodges now, I'm tilted, I think, more than I realize. All right, now it's time for the real part of this. All right, time to fight Orb. Here we go. You know, Final Fantasy 13-2 has Chaos Orbs that look like this. Okay, you can dodge that. Good to know. Bad to know that I can get hit and take tons and tons of damage. I got one hit left in me. And there's no real boss theme here either. It's just like creepy voices. Yep, there's that. Alright, good stream everybody. Yeah, this video is already 20 minutes past. Dodge toward the orb before it lasers. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm sure I could figure it out. It's just, it takes a lot to even get to that. And yeah, I'm already about almost half an hour past when I meant to stop. So I'm gonna leave you guys with a look at Wolfos Town got only a couple things, so I guess you guys have a couple seconds left to add some more stuff to the town if you have enough points. And yeah, next stream will be on Friday at the usual time unless something happens again. And it'll be some more Final Fantasy X.